Welcome back. With us now is senior Aaron Tiknis and junior Charlie Rosenberg. Guys, thanks so much for coming in and congrats on a great season.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Aaron, we'll start with you. Obviously, a tough way to end the year. It's tough for every team except that last team that comes away with the trophy, but making it to the Final Four, what was that experience like, especially in your final year as a Cardinal?
Oh, it was great. I mean, like we said earlier on the show, Sweet 16, we got there last year, and then this year, now we're at the Final Four. It was a good experience, but I mean, obviously, like you said, we wanted to win it all. Salem was pretty cool, I'll say that. And yeah, overall, it's just a great experience. Couldn't draw up a better way to go out besides maybe winning one or two more games, but yeah.
You know, and being a senior, you won't be able to try and continue with this next year. Obviously, the squad will be back. What do you think you're leaving this team with, and how solid are they going to be next year?
Well, Derek and I just try to lead them all year, you know, give them those leadership characteristics, excuse me. But yeah, we're leaving them in great hands. You said Vince Kamick had a great game in the Elite Eight. You know, Pat Rourke, Charlie over here, Jack, all those guys coming back. So they should be nothing but a year better and a year stronger. And they've seen it all. I mean, Sweet 16 loss, Final Four loss. Now, I mean, we always talked about raising that bar. And that's the one thing I think we're going to leave them with, that every year that Derek and I have been here, we've raised that bar. So hopefully next year they finish that bar and put it all the way up to the top.
Yeah, Charlie, that bar is almost as high as you can get it right now after the past 2 years. For you, as a guy that's going to be back next year, what is the squad sort of thinking on sort of building off this year's momentum?
That, you know, it kind of hurts to like almost be there and then fail. So I know I'm speaking for the rest of the team when we say that we're gonna, you know, work very hard and keep that in mind.
You know, getting so close, that's got to make you guys even hungrier. It seemed like you guys sort of had that hunger after last year in the Sweet 16 loss at Worcester. You guys really came out fired up in this tournament with that goal to get to the championship game. Is that the way it's going to be next year as well?
Yeah, I mean, nothing's going to stray from there. I mean, if anything, we're going to strive for perfection. Like he said, raising the bar, we got to be better than this year. So, I mean, I'm not trying to lose any games.
And obviously, it was a great season. You guys had a stint at #1, but once you get to those Elite Eight, Sweet 16 games, I mean, everybody's ranked near the top. What was it like playing against Amherst College? Because they had a very similar team, big guys and taller guys that could play like you.
Well, I mean, we played against top quality teams since the second round, as in, you know, we played #5 Whitewater, and then I think it was #7 Wesleyan right after that. So, I mean, we were not strangers to playing good teams. Amherst was very solid. They had a very good backcourt. All-American, I think his name's Toomey, I'm not sure. But yeah, no, they were good. They're very, very big. You know, we held them to under their season average, but
yeah, by 30 points.
I know it's tough when you think back. If you tell us we're holding them under 50 or under 60 points, you think we're going to get the job done. We just came up a little short, missed some shots that we normally don't miss. But yeah, no, all hats off to Amherst. They're a great team, and good luck in Atlanta. And
making it all the way to that, you guys had different guys contributing. We talked with Coach. It was Charlie in that first round, Brandon in the second round. Vince had a great game in the Elite Eight. Talk about the way the bench really responded, and you didn't have to rely on the starters all the time.
And all those names you just mentioned are juniors, sophomores, so those guys are going to come back next year, be even stronger. But yeah, no, Charlie had that huge game against Center. Had a great game against Amherst as well. That should be noted. Vince, hats off to Vince. He went bonkers against who was that?
Middlebury,
yeah.
Dropping 31.
He was every pass I threw at him seemed like he missed, but all the other ones he didn't. All the other ones he put right in there. And like what Coach just said right before he left is his defense was outstanding all year. He would guard their other team's best player full court and then turn around and still have to play offense and produce like he did. So Vince has a great year coming up on him next year, and yeah, those guys have a great chance to come up next year.
Charlie, like he said, all those names I mentioned are just juniors. You're one of those juniors. It's got to be nice for you to build that confidence, especially after the way you played against Amherst and Cenrtal College in that first round. What do you think was so effective for some of these guys coming off the bench?
Hunger, really. I mean, we left the locker room and we get real hype and we just have to sit and we have to wait for our chance, and it kind of just boils up. And then I think everyone on the bench was like just, biting, like just trying to get in. And once we get in, it's like, so everyone was real thirsty to make their impression on the game.
And next year you might make that transition to starter. Yeah. Do you like coming off the bench better?
It don't really matter. I love basketball, so I'm gonna play my heart out, but it doesn't really matter.
And we talked about the way you guys sort of had a nice rotation going in there. But for one position in particular, there were 3 guys that really seemed to be solid at the point guard position, because obviously there was some questions coming in this year, you know, losing a great senior. But Pat Rourke, Jack Marathi, Brandon Williams, they've all sort of done a by committee job really well.
Yeah, no, they all played great. Like you said, Brandon came in against Whitewater, had the game of his life. Pat's been very steady for us for the last second half of the year. And then Jack Marathi was the spark against Illinois Wesleyan. He came and hit 2 huge threes, played really well. So all those guys are going to be back, and you know, hopefully they all get a little better. I mean, if these guys come back next year just as strong, watch out. North Central basketball is going to be back on top again. And
you mentioned the Illinois Wesleyan game. That was the most packed we've ever seen Mariner Fieldhouse, but also pushed your guys' home record to 16-0 in the season. You guys are just untouchable at Mariner.
Yeah, it was a great feeling. As soon as we came in, you know, we saw the empty chairs, like they lined up right before the game, and it was like, oh wow, here we go. You know, Illinois Wesleyan, North Central to get to Salem, like you couldn't ask for anything better as a senior. And then to top it off with the win, and to have never lost at Mariner Fieldhouse as a senior is probably one of the best feelings anyone will ever feel.
Charlie, how do you think that atmosphere sort of helped prepare you guys for going down to Salem and getting a win?
It definitely got us hype, you know. I mean, we're getting dressed and we peek out the locker room and we see like it's already filled. It was like, all right, it's gonna get serious. It felt real nice, actually.
Standing room only, you can't beat that capacity crowd. And Aaron, obviously, you know, finally being a senior, what has this program meant to you? I mean, you transferred in and became a Cardinal. What has the past 3 years meant to you?
Oh, it's meant the world. I mean, I get emotional just talking about it, but like these guys, they don't understand yet, the juniors and like sophomores, but coming to North Central and Coach Todd Radins pushed me to the player that I never thought I could be, giving me confidence, telling me to shoot more than I pass. Like you said, I pass more than I shoot, which I probably shouldn't. But no, it's been an incredible run. You know, I found a couple of job situations coming up here after college, but these guys in the locker room mean so much to me every day. You go through a grind that people will never really understand. You go through every day. I mean, with my knee situation, couldn't ask for a better support group. I mean, it's just been a great team. It's been a great year.
Well, it's been a great year for us to cover you guys. Congratulations on an amazing season. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Coming up next, we'll check in with North Cenrtal College Sports Information Director Clark Tuscher and see what's going on with other Cardinal sports in action. Don't go away.